Hey mamas, today I'm going to dive into teething. Teething is something that comes up quite often because some mothers are surprised that it happens so soon and so early. Your baby starts drooling a lot, they're suddenly not sleeping as well at night. They are gnawing on everything and actually being able to bite through a lot of things, regardless of whether or not they've got those pearly whites. They still have extremely strong gums. But most importantly, the fussiness, the irritability, and the not wanting to eat can be really troublesome for some moms. I am not going to recommend medications. Y'all know that I'm a little bit too crunchy and hippy dippy for that. I will, however, recommend an amber teething necklace. My boys wore their amber necklaces well into toddlerhood, almost until they were about 2 years old. Make sure that it is real Baltic amber, and then it has a good safety clasp on the back, and I never took it off of them. I also used coconut oil quite a bit, rubbed it on their teeth. Another thing that you can do is use celery. Let them gnaw on celery. It is a natural analgesic. I learned this from a friend of mine who also I would consider kind of a crunchy mom, and it's not something that I had even thought about before, but there's something about the ridges that can be very soothing on their gums, but also the properties of celery being an analgesic. And I would give them a stick of that while they were in their bouncer or in their car seats and just let them gnaw on it. They can't really get anything off, especially if they're being supervised, of course. But they can't really get anything off if they're really early, or I'm sorry, if they're really young and they don't really have any teeth yet. They're not gonna be able to bite a piece off. But if you're worried about it, just make sure that they're doing it supervised. Another thing you can do is also give them a really cold apple that they can gnaw on with their gums. Even if they can get off like a little bit of the flesh of the apple, that's okay. Especially if they're 4 to 6 months old, that's all right for them to be able to gnaw a little bit of it. But anything that's really cold is gonna be very numbing for them. Also a wet rag, but most importantly, make sure that you are using an organic detergent or maybe no detergent at all when you wash your rags, because when they're gnawing on that, if it's wet, they're going to be releasing some of that detergent into their mouth, and that's not something that we recommend. I would avoid any toys that could have any mold in them. Such as the Sophie giraffe. There's holes in it because it squeaks, and a little bit of mold can get in there if it's getting wet from saliva or from water, and then baby's ingesting that. So my top choices would be coconut oil, the amber, Baltic amber teething necklace, and celery as a natural analgesic. But I'm telling you, if you get the amber teething necklace, you're not really gonna have any issues at all. Good luck.